Welcome to Optimal Timelines. My name is Sean, and this is going to be your June 2023 Tarotscope readings for your North Node by sign and house. Now, if you're new to the channel, the reason I use your North Node in readings as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign is that it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is like your North Star. It's your soul path. It's what you're here to learn and experience. And so you have much more in common with those that share your North Node by sign and house as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign. Now, you're going to want to watch two readings. You're going to want to watch one for your North Node by sign and one for your North Node by house because they're both relevant. If you're unfamiliar with your North Node, there's going to be a link in the description box below so you could look up and find out some more information. So I am going to connect to the energies and then we can begin the reading. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, North Node in Leo or North Node in the 5th house. This is going to be your June 2023 Tarotscope reading. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th, and then this side represents the second half of the month from the 16th on. Now, the card that popped out for you was the Ten of Swords, and I think this is really positive. You know, like a lot of times when I see a card, it'll kind of give me a lot of information. But what I saw for this card was, for a lot of you, I see like a big change in a positive way, like ending one sort of way of being in your life and having a really like a new direction or positive transformation in your life, almost like a particularly like almost like a lot of you are evolving into like a new person and a new way of being, and it's like the old ways of being are like passing away. And like the first half of the month, I mean, on these timeline cards, you've got the Page of Pentacles, you've got the Page of Wands moving up to the High Priestess. And I see this as a transformational process because in particular, there's a lot of energy that a lot of you are feeling. The reason I say that is because, you know, we recently had the eclipses, you know, in Scorpio and Taurus, and then we had this grand fixed cross. And you've got the, you know, with your North Node in Leo, which is a fixed sign, and also your South Node in Aquarius, all of the fixed signs are really feeling a lot of major, you know, transformation. So I'm seeing a lot of energy coming into your life and a lot of like stability that is coming in. It's like it's all kind of coming in all at once. But what this is doing is this is causing a lot of transformation, like positive transformation. A lot of you have been feeling this probably for a while, but it's almost like some of you could be saying like, I want to become a new person. I'm going to like focus in on, you know, this business I want to start, or a new health program and work on myself, my mind, my body, or just I see this transformational process happening, which is really, really positive. But at the end of the road here with this high priestess, it's like this this balancing of power where um, it's like a I see you becoming this multi-layered and multi-leveled person, like having multi-levels. Like have you ever come across a person? I mean, we all have, right? But a person that is kind of, only like one or two dimensions. Nothing wrong with, they're just more like one, two, or three, dimensions to them, really. And that's fine. That's like how. But then you meet people that are like, whoa, they're just like multi leveled. Like they have this level, which is like a surface level. They've got a little bit deeper, and you can just see. And it's just people are different. But I see this transformation with you coming in, and this deepening, and that's what the high priestess is. You've got the black pillar and the white pillar, which is the blending of the polarities. So it's like everything you've learned and experienced is helping this to become and be this transformational person. Now, some of you are maybe going through challenges, okay, because sometimes the transformation process for some is more challenging than others. But just remember that is part of this transformational process, and that at the end of the road, your experiences are what gives you that deep and that richness and that multi-layered person. Okay. Going back to that example, like when you see the people that are like, let's say, not multi-dimensional, that are just one or two dimensions, and no shade. I mean, it could be a person that's like a newer soul, or someone that just for whatever reason hasn't experienced that much, but it's the experience is what makes the person like deeper and more layered, right? It's the experience. It's not person that hasn't had that much experience in their life. Maybe he's had a very steady life or this and that, but there's not a whole lot of dimensions going on there. And so just remember, like when you're going through this, is whatever you're going through, it's helping you to transform you into that. So if you are going through that, now your two advice cards for the first half of the month is you've got the Eight of Wands reversed, and you've got the Moon card. And what this is saying is, for this first 2 weeks, is it's telling you during this process to slow down and don't move too quickly. So during this, whatever's going on for you, if it's whether it's challenging or medium challenging or whatever it is, make sure that you're not taking that energy and running with it in a certain direction or going off kind of haphazardly. It's saying like, slow down, take some deep breaths. And again, when you see these cards, what are you seeing the pages doing? Okay. The Page of Pentacles is holding with both hands and studying the pentacle. The Page of Wands is holding the wands with both hands and studying the wand. Okay. They're focused in on, they're not taking that energy and they're not running off with it in a certain direction. They're focusing in, and that's what this is saying. It's saying like, really make sure that you're not taking that energy that's coming into your life and running off with it, but focusing it. And then getting into the Moon card, what this is that this is the moon relating to the high priestess. She has the moon as her crown. Is the moon is and the nighttime in general is full of mystery. The shadows of the night, like there's not in the daytime when you're dealing with solar sun energies, there's not mystery there. It's like masculine yang energy, as opposed to the moon, yin, water energy. And there's mystery there, okay? There's depth there. There's imagination, okay? And that's a key word, because I feel like what you're really doing, a lot of you, is when you're moving into your north node in Leo, or the fifth house, is you're moving into that creativity and imagination in your life, okay? That's making you this deeper leveled person. Now, again, like I said, whatever it is you're going through, if it's a little bit challenging, remember that is the end goal. It's refining you into this, and just make sure that you're not running off with that energy, but like kind of focusing in on like, hey, what do I need to do right now? And then also channeling it into like a more positive direction. Now, the second half of June, you've got on your timeline the 10 of Pentacles reversed, the 3 of Swords reversed, and the Knight of Swords reversed. Now, this is really interesting. I feel like specifically what is going on for a lot of you is there is something for most of you that's going on this second half of June that has to do with families, family legacies, family units. And it also could be, for some of you that don't even have like large families or any families, that also there could be a family of work or organizations. But I feel for the vast majority, we're talking about families. And I feel like there's something that you are dealing with that could be challenging, with that 3 of Swords. And there's something, but for a lot of you, it could be something from the past because it's reversed. Okay, so you are healing or trying to heal from this situation. What this is for you is, remember that if you're watching this video and you have your north node in Leo or the 5th house, your south node is in Aquarius or the 11th house, okay? One of the dark sides of Aquarius, and remember, our south nodes, because every sign and house has a positive aspect and a negative aspect. So usually our south nodes, when they play out for us, they usually tend to do the more challenging or negative side of that. But so the negative side of Aquarius or the 11th house is a detachment, an emotional detachment from things, okay? It's a gift sometimes, okay? But in this lifetime, you're not wanting to be detached from things emotionally. You want to be engaged emotionally. And so what is happening here is that some of you are learning, like, I cannot detach from this anymore. I have to deal with this within my own self and make sense of it. For others, if it's like happening like right now, you are going to like face it head on. But essentially, face it, okay? And with the Knight of Swords reversed, again, this is a card that's relating to the Eight of Wands. This is about a stopping of movement or a halting of movement forward, okay? And this is telling you that, part of this, because you see the swords here, swords are related to the sign of Aquarius and the 11th house. This could be detachment, like, I'm getting on my horse and I'm detaching again. Bye. Peace out. And so this is saying, like, no, you don't want to do that. You want to engage with whatever this is that you're dealing with from family issues, okay? You want to be able to deal with it. Now, the 2 advice cards are Temperance reversed and the Queen of Wands. Now, interestingly, the Queen of Wands is ruled by what sign? Leo, okay? And the 5th house. And so what's wanting to happen here is to embody that Leo side, which is engage with life with passion, with imagination and with creativity. Not detach yourself, but engage in life or whatever this is. Engage with it. And, that could mean, like, what does engagement mean? It means like you got to kind of get in there and you got to like, work with it. It's not going to be maybe solved overnight. It's going to be something that has to be kind of, dealt with, and it may be on an ongoing basis. But if you deal with it, what you're going to find is when you engage with whatever this is that's happening the second half of June, that's family related, whether present or past, when you engage with it with that Leo fifth house heart of creativity and sharing your feelings and getting in there, you're going to find that it's going to really work out for you a lot better than if you detach from the situation. Okay. Now the Temperance card again is some of you might have the challenge of, embodying some of these, Leo energies, and that's okay. But just remember that it's a process. This is going to be like a whole process. You're dipping your toes into this whole like Leo energy. And ultimately, as I said in the beginning of the reading, this is transforming you, and it's transforming you into this multi-layered person, okay? And it's through our experiences is what makes us deeper people. It makes us more interesting people. It makes us more knowledgeable in every aspect, okay? The more experiences we have and what we go through, okay? So that's all this is. And just remember that, the second half, face it head on, face it with your passion, your creativity, and don't allow yourself to detach no matter how much you might feel like you want to, but engage with it and engage with your life. And you're going to find that you're going to be overall a lot happier. And things, as I always say, when you do these things that put you on your North Node timeline, you find that your timeline goes a lot better and smoother. So it's counterintuitive. Do what's uncomfortable, but it's going to make you more comfortable in the long run. So anyway, I hope this reading was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you would like any questions answered, reach out to me in the comments. I love to interact with you all there. And if you would like a personal reading, there's going to be a link for my website in the description box below, so we can get some more information on that. But again, thank you for watching. We will see you on some more videos. Many blessings.